off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. He's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
You don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jet.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They begin with a run by Mixon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Joe Mixon, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
That's got to be a long.
Straight 15, straight 15. Bravo.
Wentz now on first down. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Wentz going to lead his guys up first and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. From midfield, here's Wentz. Going up top. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Now this matchup, an important one for Week 1, an NFC East bout right off the bat. These two teams have met twice a year since 1936. 168 meetings overall, and the Redskins lead the series, but the Eagles, they have won 4 straight against the under pressure here, and down he goes. Sack back at about the 43-yard line. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Here we go. Mike, 56, Mike, 56. Hey, tight. 56.
Sunday.
Check, 56.
Go.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And he connects with Ertz. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Hey, echo.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Watch the screen.
Man 5-7.
Mike, 56.
Throwing on first is Wentz. To Mixon on the check down. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Watch safety creep.
Now Joe Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will do it for this. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. So after the INT, here's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Ryan Anderson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
That's what I'm talking about. Sacks all day.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. So they surrendered 3 points, and now after the kickoff, this offense gets ready to take over the football. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Wentz going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack.
Brings up 4th down.
Hey, 74. Hey, exit.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Mike, 53.
Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The D. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Here we go. 280.
Check 56. Here we go.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Throwing is Wentz.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 17 yards and a 1st down for Philly. Now, he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Wentz. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Now following the field goal, what can this offense do? We're about to find out.
Waiting.
56 is the mark. 65, 65.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Again, it's Mixon. Now, despite a little sizzle on the move, he's still tackled shy of the 20. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker.
Hey, Haywood.
From the gun, it's Wentz. That escapes us. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Yeah, they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and his crew will take over at their own. So they surrendered 3 points, and now after the kickoff, this offense gets ready to take over the football. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now Wentz. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. He'll have it first down past the 40.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no dip. Oh, no, he lost the football, and the Redskins scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We're going to shut you down.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Now Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them.
Now, look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the All-Pro. Now, following the field goal, what can this offense do? We're about to find out.
Game situation. Let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Wentz to throw. And he can't get a throw off. off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Back to throw. Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. Now the ball comes loose, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Curry.
Lefty.
24, check 24.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
Let's go. Let's do it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line.
Mike, number 53. Mike 53.
Yeah. Check.
Back to throw, Keenum. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Keenum. This pass complete to Higgins. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Avonte Maddox, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Check 56. Hey.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Wentz to throw. Looking deep for his tight end Ertz. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end. And, you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time. And they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a mansion. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10. Hey.
Gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Poss, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, the head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right, turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. Relieving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
Rick Rock. Tick-tock. West hip-hop. Are you ready for some football? Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Down in Mississippi.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. So here is the punter, Matt Bosher, to get us started. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Got it.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Kill, kill, kill.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Got a little antsy there from his Mike linebacker position.
Partner, there's times you think you've timed up the quarterback's cadence. You think you've got a read on it. He might have thought it on that play. He was wrong.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
He's checking crap.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he's got the hook up to Moore. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 21-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. 3 plays already in the end zone. That was quick.
We always talk about offenses understanding what they want to do before they go into a game, and they practice it. They have their script and the plays they want to open with. But defenses aren't just reactive. They have their own ideas as well. These ideas didn't get implemented very well. 3 plays and a touchdown already scored against them.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now it's Ryan. Stocker's got it. Complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Ryan gets it to his tight end, Hooper. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 5 now. Ryan complete to Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
64,
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. And he's not able to... Get away, sacked back at the 22. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. it's Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Bryant's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken very short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kamal Ishmael. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
This complete to Jones. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
Ryan. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Second quarter now, Falcon football. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out.
Hey, Charlie.
To throw is Ryan. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
Hey, check. Gun. Hey, wahoo!
54, right there. 54, Mike.
Let's go, tackle, let's go. Check.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Ain't no such thing. Alpha.
So that'll back him up 5. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Topper.
Rush in.
Shoot.
Here's McCaffrey. They find some open field here. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 89 yards. is. And the Panthers have taken the lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
And he will find Ridley. That's complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down.
Hey, Tuesday.
Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. He's got Sanu. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons. Ryan now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Charles, with that incompletion, I want to step back for a second, just talk about the quarterbacks this year. It's an interesting stat that you and I were looking at before the game. 40 quarterbacks have been used in the first 3 weeks of the NFL season, most in the Super Bowl era. Some injuries and then just some changes at QB.
Yeah, and 20 of the starting quarterbacks this past Sunday under the age of 27. But what I like about what I'm seeing, despite the injuries, retirements, guys being unable to play, I'm seeing these youngsters and backups come in and play well in a lot of cases. Gardner Minshew in Jacksonville has taken charge there. They got their first win. Kyle Allen, 4-touchdown pass for Carolina in relief of Cam Newton. They got their first win. Going into week 3, the collective quarterback rating for the season, 94.0, which was the highest at that stage of the season in a long time in the NFL. So maybe the quarterbacking strengths that we talk about all the time aren't as dire as we've made them out to be.
It's caught. Jones. It's a gain of 16. 1st down, Falcons. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Ryan. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to the running game. It's Freeman. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Falcons on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
54 Mike. 54 Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Hey, 59, ready. Hey, watch that. Check, right.
They'll try and throw for him with Ryan. Caught by Sanu. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Ryan. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Falcons on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He completes it to Jones. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Ryan, they'll set up the screen for Freeman. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Ryan, he's got Freeman here. It's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. From the 27, Ryan. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Check. Gun. Hey, box truck. Gun.
Mike 54. Let's get the ball.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. He's going to fire one deep. And got his man. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Off the edge, Mario Addison gets the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Ryan. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there, but now it'll be 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's one heck of a third down conversion, a pickup of 39. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this one brought in by Sanu. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Ryan. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 40, the 30, 10. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
With that incompletion, we step league-wide for a second. I want to discuss Saquon Barkley's injury. Obviously, that hurts the Giants, who are having a quarterback change. And look, Daniel Jones looked good, but they're going to need Saquon Barkley in that backfield.
In a big way. Not just as a runner, obviously, but his ability to catch the ball in the backfield, make plays in open space. 4 to 8 weeks with a high ankle sprain. Horrible news, not just for the Giants, but how about fantasy football teams?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Right there, 54.
Now Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Allen. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. Now Allen. And he's going to go down here, and a sack. They push him back to the 34. The Clemson Tiger, Vic Beasley, reaches home that time.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Looking end zone for Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. He's coming. Double up, double up. 6-6. Pull it high. Ready?
So after the INT, it's Allen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he's got his target. That's Moore. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 57 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Ryan. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 17. Here's Ryan to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Luke Kuechly picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Go!
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Hey, let's get in them holes.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
4th down, here's Ryan. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a 1st and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time.
Julio Jones all alone. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Operating from the gun, Ryan forced out to his left. And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Let's go, let's go.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That good for 22 and a 1st down. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Check, 45.
Topper! Hey, Echo! Get it!
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. He's going to look deep for more. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore. And it's 2nd down. Throwing again. Allen. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And that one is incomplete, and it stops the clock at 12 seconds left in the half. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Incomplete. Intended for DJ Moore.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros.
Hey, take Gun.
Mike,
hey, exit.
Watch the run. Mike, check. 59. You got nothing today.
One last shot for Ryan. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check